session of this day. This session is going to taken care by Dr. Joylal Sarkar. He has already joined us online and offline in both. I welcome you on behalf of Department of IT University. So before he starts, I'd like to introduce the speaker to all the participants. He is Dr. Joylal Sarkar, working as an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at ICFAI University, Agartala. Prior to that, he has already served as an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering itself in Techno College of Engineering, Agartala. And I feel proud to introduce him as one of my colleague, one of my student, one of the research fellow of this department, and uh, uh, most thing, one of the alumni of this institute, because he has done his PhD from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Tripura University itself. It is our privilege and indeed a great pleasure to have you with us. He has a vast experience in the field of research. He has done his PhD under Dr. Abhishek Majumdar of this institute, and he has a praiseworthy contribution in his own field. Today, he is going to discuss the most important thing of today's and most importantly the present first semester students, being it MC or MTech, because he is going to discuss about the Python programming language and how we can deal with the data if we want to apply it in the field of data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and similar. So with this, I again welcome you and would like to request our HOD sir, Professor Sunirbal Majumdar sir, to felicitate the speaker. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. And now I'd like to hand over the session to the speaker. Over to you.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Respected sir, my dear students, faculty members. Actually, this is a very big introduction from sir. Uh, Once again, thank you so much for inviting me here. This is a wonderful opportunity for me as well, not only for you, because I also learned a lot of things, like it is like mutual discussion as well. Fine. So today, actually, I'm going to discuss one of the most important part is called Python for data analysis. So basically, when we are discussing about Python for data analysis, we are basically focusing on more practical kind of thing. But you know that 1.5 hours is very difficult to discuss all the concepts. So what I'm going to do is I divided my lectures in a different circular part. So you can see that overview of Python libraries for data scientists that I will discuss. Then reading data, plotting data, descriptive and inferential statistics. And most important part that we are working nowadays, that is called LLM and RAG, like generative AI. This is also, nowadays is a wonderful and emerging topic to discuss. So this is also my part, and majority of portion I will discuss from LLM and RAG, and I will show you some implementation part also, how we can use, how to design LLM or RAG. Okay, so and how to, our model should be like very efficient, right? So everything I will discuss, but the time is very short, so I'm moving very fast. So if any doubt, just stop me. So I will discuss, over your queries. Fine. So first of all, I'll like to discuss about Python libraries for data science. First of all, that we already know that this is all are very basic, right? So because Python they started from class 9, right? Nowadays that CBSE curriculum. So this is very basic. So I'm not going to discuss line by line, but as it is a Python with data analysis, some of overview I will discuss now. So popular Python, libraries are there. It is called like NumPy and some SciPy and Pandas and Scikit-learn. So this type of libraries can give us wonderful feature, right? Whenever you want to do some mathematical calculation, then we can use it of NumPy. And obviously then SciPy and Pandas is wonderful, libraries. Through Pandas, we can do data manipulation, okay, data analysis, a lot of things we can do with Pandas because a lot of packages are involved on that. And obviously there is a wonderful, I can tell you the tool. Why? Because scikit-learn is nowadays is very emerging. Why scikit-learn? The scikit-learn is dedicated libraries for machine learning, right? So everyone, so PhD scholars and or students, MTech scholar, if you want to start your Python, a machine learning project, so you can focus on scikit-learn. So not only for that, I have written that many more because there are a lot of other libraries are there as well, like TensorFlow, okay, a lot of PyTorch, a lot of other libraries are there, but I have highlighted few over here. And for visualization, because whenever we're writing a paper or any word, we have to show this in visualize, like in graphical format, right? So for this, we have tool like Matplotlib and Seaborn. So there are lot of other things are also there. Libraries are also there. So Matplotlib has wonderful feature. So I will not discuss about detail of those one by one, but some of the overview I will discuss here. So this is libraries. Already I discussed that NumPy introduces objects of multi-dimensional arrays, matrices, because whenever we want to focus on mathematical part, right? Everything, like if you want to work in machine learning, the backbone is mathematics, right? Backbone is matrix factorization, the backbone, right? So if you want to work in deep learning, so we need to have deep knowledge of matrix factorization, then binary representation. Okay, those things we need to know line by line. Otherwise, you can't solve all the problems. So right there, because this backbone is mathematics, right? So for this, we have wonderful libraries. It is called NumPy. So how to install that I will discuss later on. So I divided my lectures. First hour I will discuss about the basic theories. After that I will jump to some practical work. So I think I will not bore you. Fine. So next is provides factorization of mathematical operation, arrays, matrices, and many other Python libraries are built on NumPy. And recently that TensorFlow, it is very emerging, TensorFlow. If you want to work in, suppose, deep learning, right? And Google, okay, and Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all maximum big clients, right? They are also using TensorFlow. And the backbone of TensorFlow is that NumPy. If you not install NumPy in proper version, you can get a lot of errors, right? Whenever you run your particular program. So this NumPy is one of the main part of all the libraries like scikit-learn, then TensorFlow, and other libraries. Obviously, that collection of algorithm for linear algebra, differential equation, numerical integration, optimization, and statistics, and both, and part of SciPy stack because built on NumPy, because SciPy also built on NumPy. And implementation is very, very simple. How to install these is very, very simple. So I have given the link also how to install or download your SciPy. You go to www.scipy.org. You can easily download for this and you can easily install, right? And there are also other techniques are also there to install those software. I'll tell you one by one. Next is Pandas. So data structure, tool designed to work and table-like data. Because what is the main issues in case of IoT or machine learning is that we can't restrict ourselves in structured data. We want to work with unstructured data as well. Because sometimes what is the problem means, suppose you want to work with raw data. Raw means suppose right now you want to collect data from your nearest building. And a lot of time per second, lot of data will be generated. Suppose it is temperature data, your healthcare data, a lot of other data will be generated. Now the question is how to tackle with those data. How to tackle? Because there should be a wonderful tool, right? So otherwise, how to tackle those? So in case of machine learning, so what you want to do is we will collect all the raw data, and we can process some libraries, right? Based on some libraries, and out of this, Panda is a wonderful tool. Pandas. So you can install it, pandas.pydata.org. So Panda is available. You can directly download it. and it's wonderful software, right? So in pandas you can get lot of packages. Like if you want to prepare a suppose data frame, you can use it. If you want to prepare a table, you want to remove something, you want to add something, it's a backbone of your data analysis. If you don't know panda, then nothing. Okay, that means your data science is nothing. So right now is everything depends on pandas if you want to work with Python. Okay, because there are a lot of other programming languages as well. Python is very popular, right? So I have seen there is another lecture like R programming. So people are going to use R programming also, but Python is very, very popular. And why it is popular? Due to use easy implementation, due to its easy architecture, due to its complexity. A lot of things are there involved in Python, right? So that's why the panda you need to go through one by one: reshaping, merging, sorting, slicing, aggregation. Think about we have a suppose 100 rows are there. For an example, 100 or 200 rows are there sequentially. Now we want to aggregate some data, or we want to add something, or we want to remove something. Think about if I going to use some mathematical calculation, that will take a lot of time. Think about 1,000 rows. Think about 1 lakh of rows, because your data set is very, very big. That is very difficult to handle. In such a case, your pandas will solve you the problem, because otherwise you need to write a lot of code, right? And that will increase your complexity. You will be feel bored, because I need to minimize our code, right? Lines of code. So in case of pandas, there is a single line. You just use only single line. Automatically, what you want to do, everything will be available. So that's why this wonderful feature, panda, you can use it of. So next is scikit-learn. As I already discussed about, it is a machine learning algorithm. So everyone, I think, might be aware of machine learning. What is exactly that machine learning? Because suppose my Botol is here. Right now, he don't have any learning technique, right? When I want to eat, when I want to, open the particular bottle, and how to know this, right? So suppose nowadays there is a technique called advanced machine learning technique. Advanced machine learning technique. So the main thing is that suppose today I had a lecture from 10:30, for an example, sorry, 11:30. After some time, suppose a lot of students are here. You are here. Why you sit here? To gather knowledge, right? Now, if I tell you that out of these few students are there, they're just sitting, they are not observing my sentence, or they're just sitting. How to know this? Which students are very important here? Which students are not observing my sentence? How to know this? Okay, so it's very difficult, right? It is also problem statement. So right now, this fan is moving. You can see that fan is moving, and this side there is no fan is move on. Why? Because maybe some code is going on here. Okay, maybe your health is not up to the mark. Maybe this side there is no problem. So now everything should be automated, right? So how my machine learning technique will know that this side just you switched off the fan, this side you switched on the fan? How they know? Because everything we can't go with manual kind of thing. We just switch on, we just switch off. This is not the case. So whenever you will go to some advanced smart city, because we are in the era of smart city, everything should be manual. Whenever you entering in the room, automatically your fan will be switched on. Whenever you leaving the room, automatically your fan should be switched off. So how fan should know that there is no more, no one is available here? How fan should know this? That means we need to give some analytics. We need to give some analytical power on this. Okay, give some memory on this. Then only it can give you a lot of extra features, automatic features. So this all the things comes from machine learning algorithm. So machine learning algorithm, there are a lot of techniques like classification, regression, clustering, model validation, and there are lots of other features as well. So in case of machine learning, that scikit-learn give you a wonderful feature. So all the machine learning algorithms, not all, sorry for that, maximum machine learning algorithm they have covered. Suppose if you want to do code with decision tree, you can use it off. If you want to use linear regression, you can use it off. And if you want to do a code with random forest technique, you also can use of scikit-learn. Okay, so scikit-learn is very, very simple, easy to learn. So that's why you can download it from scikit-learn.org HTTP. Okay, so this is very simple tool. Fine. And whatever I told you that NumPy, that SciPy and Matplotlib that already I have discussed, all the tools are available in case of in this scikit-learn. Okay, no need to install it. Whenever you install scikit-learn, automatically you can use all the features NumPy, SciPy, and Matplotlib. Okay, all the features automatically will be available, right? So I think this is very basic that I already discussed with you. The next one is wonderful tool that is called Matplotlib. So their Python 2D plotting library. Because in data analysis, there is a wonderful thing is that data visualization. Suppose today weather is very good, right? Okay. So suppose after some time there will be rain. How to know this? Until and unless there is no visualization, that is very difficult to understand, right? So that means we need to use some visualization tool. Okay, some graphical representation. For this, we can use it of Matplotlib. Okay, so Matplotlib that will give you wonderful features. Those who are working in research, like MTech scholar or PhD scholar, so you can design your graph based on the Matplotlib software also. Even if you are not using machine learning technique, if you not want to use any technique, suppose any pandas also, but you want to draw some figure, right? In such a case also, you can use Matplotlib. Matplotlib is the backbone is Python. It is built on Python, right? So it will give you wonderful, diagrams. So you can use it in your research work. Fine. So next is Seaborn. Seaborn also, based on Matplotlib, provides high-level interface for drawing attractive statistical graphics, similar to the popular ggplot2 library in R. So that I think there is a lecture of R programming. Maybe you can learn about, ggplot2. Right? It is a similar feature of ggplot2 library in R programming. So yes, this is the link. You can easily download it. seaborn.pydata.org. Okay, fine. Next one is login to. Okay, so I just skip those things because I'll share this in my Python code for this. Yes, next one is start a Jupyter notebook. Now the question is that, so now I have discussed with you some tool like pandas. I discussed with you Matplotlib, then SciPy. Lot of tools I have discussed with you. Now the question is how to use those tools, right? Which platform are we going to use? The question is there are a lot of open source softwares are there, right? Out of these, there is a Jupyter notebook. You can use it of. This is wonderful, and very simple. That Jupyter notebook that you can use it of. And I will show you, from the website that there are other sites are also available. There also we can work on. Then Google Colab that also we can use. Today I will show you the implementation using Google Colab. Then PyCharm. Okay, you can write down if you forgot because I have not included those things, right? So PyCharm, PyCharm, PyCharm also they will give you wonderful feature, right? So PyCharm is more industry oriented. So if you want to join, suppose any industry, or if you want to do some research oriented work, you can use PyCharm. There are two versions are there. So out of this, and then Spider also very nice software, but we are not going to use Spider. We are restrict ourselves in PyCharm, and nowadays we are more shifting to that Google Colab. Okay, so because it is online, everywhere it will be available. Okay, and fine. So this is the overview of. So this is called shared computing cluster because a lot of features are there. So it's suppose in case of Google Colab also you can share your code to your friends circle, right? So anyone can visualize, right? Anyone can see this. And leading Python libraries. So how to import Python libraries? So this is the overview of how to improve. I think this is all our basic thing like how to include C, like include the header file we need to include, right? IOStream, okay, in C++, those things we need to include. And second is in case of Python also, that Python libraries import NumPy as NP, okay? So suppose if I install NumPy in my computer, after that, what we can do is we use it off. What is the syntax? Import NumPy as NP. The next one is import SciPy as SP. That import pandas SPD. Whenever you write as NP SPD, that means it will create an object. Okay, it will create an object, and through this object we need to use all the functionalities of NumPy. So whenever you want to you want to do other functionalities, suppose what are there inside now, through this object I need to call. Okay. So again, matplotlib also, matplotlib as MPL. Okay. So, or you can write anything TPL or whatever it is. Then cborn as an SNS. So all the feature you can call it through the object. I think it is very, very simple that I no need to discuss over here. And now, wonderful thing is that reading CSV file, right? Because what is the important? Because we can't restrict ourselves only the 4, 5, 6 columns, right? So now there is in machine learning, what we need to do is we need a very big number of data, okay, in machine learning, because machine learning means it is towards data oriented. If you don't have enough data, okay, your training model is not up to the mark. That means you need enough data to learn your model, to train your model, okay. And for this, you need a specific data set, right? Suppose I am going to discuss with you, okay, heart disease. Excuse me. Yes, fine. I am going to discuss with you, suppose heart disease, right? Heart disease data set. Suppose right now, could you please silent? If you're not interested, then you can go. Excuse me, please. If you're not interested, you can leave. Okay, fine. I think there is no need to tell because you are MTech level. I think no need to tell this, right? You are not simple BTech students. I feel that you should be silent and maintain decorum. Fine. So what is the, exactly the, what I'm telling that reading data using pandas, that means whenever you want to work with heart related data, right? Suppose heart disease, suppose now my cholesterol, my blood pressure, so a lot of things are involved, right? So all the data I can collect, okay, as a CSV file. Now this CSV file I can import to my program, right? So that's why that reading CSV file is very important in case of machine learning or any programming. Suppose if you want to do deep learning also, how to read data from data set, from CSV file. So data may be in different format. I have used CSV file. Your data may be in data file or maybe in different format or JSON file or any file. But we need to, you need to, import those data. So there are a lot of things are there, like commands are there. You can see that in case of pandas, it is called pd.readCSV. That is the syntax. Okay. And wonderful feature is that no need to download it manually in your local system. If you are in online, you just give it to the link. Direct link also available. If you give link, automatically, if you read CSV file, read from the particular link, all the data, and it can work accordingly, right? So there are, you can read it, suppose Excel also, you can read it state also, stata also, then read SAS in TTF format, then SAS 7 digit format, then .hp and df format. So read HDF. So there are a lot of features are there, but we are mainly focusing on CSV file. It is easy to learn, easy to understand, and easy to visualize, right? So that's why I have more focus on this read CSV file. Okay, fine. So next one is suppose I think those things I have not coded. I just take a printout and paste over here because that coding thing I have used some machine learning algorithm. I will show you today so that we can do some, you can do some R&D. Okay, so some advanced technique I will be going to discuss, but that thing just I have tested over here. So just focus on that. I think I will not bore you. Fine. So list first 5 records, right? Suppose if you have large number of data set, right? Data set means it involves rows and columns, right? If you have large number of data set, for an example, out of these 4 or 5 columns are very important, for an example, and you need to visualize these 4 to 5 columns. For an example, suppose 51 to 55 columns, it is very important and you want to visualize. Then how to visualize those things? And like this way, I want to visualize first 5 records. Okay. Whenever you use the df.had, so what is my df here? Df means you can see that I have stored my CSV file in df. You can see that. Okay, I collect all the my CSV file using the syntax read CSV and stored it to df, right? Now next one is I want to print the first 5. What is this? First five records, right? Then what I can do is df just had, and automatically you can see that first 5 records will be available. So this is the syntax, right? This syntax you can use. Next one is hands-on experience. So that is for you. I'll share you the slide also so that you can do some practice. Try to read the first 10, 20, 50 records, right? Because I have given only 5 records. So you want to, read the first 10, 20, and 50 records as well. Fine. So next is a data frame. So this is also what is the type of data frame? You can see object. Pandas type is object, then int 64 float, and date time 64 and times delta. Okay, so this is are the pandas object and native Python type, and all the description are available. Okay, so if you go to pandas libraries, scikit-learn pandas library or pandas PyData, so automatically all the features are available, all the descriptions are available. You can go through this, you can use it all. Okay, I think very, very simple those things. Then data frame data type. Suppose check particular column type. If you want to check particular column whether it is available or not. For an example, suppose there is one employee. He has suppose salary there, his employee ID. A lot of records are there, and I want to extract something. It is called salary, right? How to extract, right? So based on the DF salary, this is the tag, and I want to use DT type. Automatically, your column will be available. So what is the output? It is D type because I want to see the type of the particular column. That's why it is called D type, and it is called integer 64. And check type for all the column. Let me check. Then whenever DF D type, DF means my whole data frame. I want to check all. That's why DF types. Automatically, all the types will be available. Why it is important? Because your data set, it is raw data. Suppose now we're going to collect temperature data. After some time, we're going to collect humidity. A lot of things are involved. So everything should be in a uniform, right? In a unique format. One is suppose float, another is integer, another is Boolean format, okay, or another is hexadecimal. It is very difficult to tackle those. So you need to visualize what type of object it is. So it is whether integer 64 or my object or whatever it is. Okay, fine. Next one is data frame attributes. Already, I think you can visualize those very simple. D type, list the type of column. The description, I will not go through this. It's I think then you will be bored. So everything will be available over there. Data frame attributes. Then hands-on. Okay, fine. So data frame methods. Already I told you that head, then describe, generate descriptive statistics, max and mean. In Python, there is a wonderful feature in Pandas. Whenever you use that max function, that will give you only the maximum values. Whenever you use minimum function, that will give you minimum values. That is the feature of Pandas. You don't need to write an extra code for that. Suppose if I want to find out the maximum values, okay, what I'm going to do is I need to write 2-3 lines or 4-5 syntax, right? So it is not required. In case of Pandas, single command is sufficient, right? Fine. So like that way, and there is another important. It is very, very important. It is called drop now. Okay, drop now. So drop all the records with missing values. And this is very, very important, that last part. Drop all the records with missing values. Why it is important? Suppose for an example, now we are collecting data from outside, right? Outside, suppose temperatures are there. Every second we are collecting temperature, something like that. And for an example, suppose up to 10 seconds we are collecting. After some time, for an example, there is a network error. Okay, and there is no data. And again network came back, and again you are collecting data. That means in between, suppose 5, 6, 7, 5 and 7 seconds, data will be available, and in intermediate there is no data, for an example. So what you can do is, this is called missing value. There is no data, right? So if you run your code, then there will be a lot of error because there is a missing value, because nothing is there in your column and row, right? So how to tackle those problems? So that's why there is a wonderful feature in case of Pandas. It is called drop now. Whenever you use drop now, automatically that will drop all the records with missing values. If any values will not available, automatically that will be removed or deleted. I think it is very, very important for you. So what next? Next is selecting column in data frame. Okay, so same method one is df.set, because df is your data frame I already told, where we have stored. Just in bracket you can write particular column name. Okay, Same manner, you can use Dept dot also. Okay, how to selecting column either Dept like this way or this way. Dept dot sex. Okay, because sex is my column name. So suppose if your column name is salary, Dept dot salary. If there is no column, then there will be error. There is no such column is available. Something like that, right? Okay. So next is your group by method. This is also a wonderful method. Split the data into group based on some criteria, right? For an example, you want to group by your rank, right? You want to group by your rank. So how to do this? So Dept group by, whenever I have given rank, so I need to group based on rank. Understood? That's why it is called group by. I need to group it based on rank. You can see this is associate, rank is associate professor, rank is assistant professor, rank is professor based on rank. Understood? If I want to group by salary, then salary will come here like this way. Understood? So salary range, suppose 10,000 to 20,000. This person, these members are available. 50,000 to 60,000 salary, these members are available. Like this way, group by function. Now you can think of, if you want to do this without Panda, what you want to do is, you want to do this in manually. Everything we need to write a code with manually. That's why Panda will give you wonderful feature, right? Just a single line, it will group it. Group by method, automatically that will group by whenever you use, and that will rank your particular column and give you the output. Okay, fine. So next is group by method. Already I discussed. Yes, obviously you can calculate the mean also, right? Same rank and salary, then mean. Okay, salary mean. So automatically it will give you the mean salary. Suppose if I want to average also, that is possible. Suppose 3 months, what is his average salary? Last 4 months, what is your average salary? Like this way, it can have the feature. Okay, so I think that's I already discussed with you. And next one is filtering. Suppose if you have data set, right, and your data set is, for an example, it is heart related. Suppose I want to calculate, I want to find out a patient whose pressure is more than 150, for an example. I think you know that 150 pressure, that means it is not a normal case, right? Could you please tell me what is the normal range of pressure? Anyone? From last bench? What is the normal range of pressure, blood pressure? Anyone can tell? Yes, it is 80 to 120, right? For an example, I want to calculate a pressure range from 140 to 150. What I do? So no need to write extra code. Just a simple syntax, you can use it up. Automatically, you can get the results. You can see the salary greater than, suppose 1,20,000. All the data is available here. Okay, so like that way we can manipulate our data, and we can, that's why it is called data analysis. You can analyze your data, right? Fine. So another is data slicing. There are a number of ways to subset the data frame. One or more column, one or more rows, and a subset rows or column. Suppose you want to slice. Slice means what? Suppose if you have big number of data set, you want to store it, suppose small, slice. Okay. How to do this? So using the slice command, you can use it up in case of data frame. So to select the column salary, so like this way you can do this. I think that I already discussed. Fine. Okay, fine. So then method LOC also give you a wonderful. Give me a few minutes. Okay, I will discuss those things. I feel that I will not bore you because these all are syntax, right? There is nothing to discuss anything, right? So that's why, because if it's a practical oriented, then I can give you some practical kind of thing. But as time is very limited, I just moving very fast. Just be with me. So I have prepared something for you for your research, right? So you can use it up. Fine. So select rows by their level. Okay. Suppose if you have your data set, suppose rank is there, sex is there, and salary is there. Okay. And there are other levels are also there, for an example, but you no need to focus on them. For an example, your ID also there. or suppose what I can say is your address is there, and I no need to focus on address for an example. What I can do is no need to remove it. Just you can use it of just method LOC. Whenever you can use method LOC, automatically you can see that here, and in bracket you just specifically you just mention which portion you need, which column you need, rank, section, salary. Automatically that will give you rank, section, salary. And you can see I have given indexing also from 10 to 20. So 10 to 20. 20 means suppose 10 to okay up to 20, not 20, it is less than 20. So that also available. Okay, you can see that from 10 to 20. What are the columns are there? Everything is available over here. So like that way you can give some indexing also. Okay. Okay, fine. So that indexing starts from 0. In case of Python, we are using list, and that indexing starts from 0. That we need to focus on. And like that way, there is another function. It is called iLock. Select rows by their level. So you can select rows by their level based on iLock. Same fashion, you can see. I want to calculate 0, 3, 4, 5 rows. Automatically, that rows is available over here based on method iLock. Okay, fine. So method iLock summary. So that I think you go through this, that is very simple. 0 means first column. That is the syntax. So no need to go through one by one. If you just focus on this slide, okay, everything is available over here. Okay, so then sorting. So that is also very important in case of pandas. Suppose you have large number of data in your data set. Now you want to sort. Okay, suppose I want to calculate, I am calculating temperature for last 1 hour. Okay, and I need to know the sorting values. Suppose now temperature is suppose for an example 20. After some time temperature is suppose 25, 26, 27. Okay, and again 19, 18, something like this. So now you want to sort it based on time or anything, right? So like this way. So there is an option. It is called sort values. Sort values. Okay, automatically that will give you sorted values. And why I have given head, I want to visualize the first five columns. So that's why, okay, I have used head. Okay. So like this way, you can sort 2 or more column, not only for one or entire column, 2 or more column also, or single column, 2 or more column also you can sort. Suppose had 10, so up to 10 column I need to calculate, sort. So that feature also available, and I have given the range also over here. And obviously missing values. So you can see that your data set, lot of missing values are there. NaN, NaN, NaN. So this is wonderful. That is very important for your research. You can see that. So whenever you download some data set, every time we need to check whether there are some missing values or not. That I already discussed with you. So if there is some values with NaN, that means there is a missing value. Or suppose any missing values means nothing is there. Nothing. So in such a case, I already discussed with you that drop now. So this syntax we can use it up. Okay. Okay, fine. So like this, you can identify. Yes. So there is drop now. Yes. All other methods I have also highlighted. You can just go through it. So it is fill now, then is null and not null. So like this way. Okay. This is very important for you. And believe me, there is a concept called pre-processing. Whenever you're going to use any data set, before I'm going to use, I need to pre-process it. Otherwise, directly if you use, there are a lot of mistakes. Okay, so we need to pre-process. So during pre-process, you need to do this, all the things, right? Is there any missing values are there or not? If it is there, then you need to remove it, right? Fine. So I think, yes, obviously, then some aggregation function in pandas are also available, like mean, max, count, sum, prod, mean, median, mode, mad, std, EAR. Okay, so there are a lot of common aggregation functions are available in pandas. And yes, fine. Then aggregate method useful when multiple statistics are computed per column. There is an aggregate method, right? And there are other functions, basic descriptive statistics. So I want to explore something, right? Yes. So up to this, I think it is okay. So very basic. I discussed with you. I think almost 50 minutes. I covered those parts. So next 30 minutes. Now the part is very important. Just listen for your research work as well as those who are in MTech and PhD scholar. For you, it is very important because this particular portion I prepared for you. Okay, what is going on inside, right? Is LLM, ChatGPT, and that generative AI. What kind of things are going on, right? So this is very important. Okay, fine. So main thing is that let's work with the heart disease data set, right? So now we don't have any data set, and let's work with heart disease data set, right? So you also know that from where we need to install it or download it, heart disease data set. So there is a data set provider are there. I can tell us provider because a lot of data sets are there. You can just download it. It is called Kaggle. I think everyone know about Kaggle, right? It is very, very famous, right? In case of Kaggle, and I am focusing on that UC repository. From there also, okay, I can download this heart disease data set. You can see that UC repository. I just download my heart disease data set, right? So if I download it, for an example, if I download it, heart disease data set, what are the steps I need to follow? It is very important. What are the steps? Suppose now I download a data set. What are the steps I need to follow? So these are the steps you need to follow. First of all, you load the data set, you pre-process the data, split the data into training and testing, then train a machine learning model, evaluate the model performance. This is all about your machine learning. So all the definitions are here in 5 steps only. But think about this. In these 5 steps, the world is here. Why? Because everything is running behind AI and machine learning algorithms, right? Everyone is focusing on the 5 steps only. Okay? So that's why you can't ignore a single step. Every step is important. If you ignore a single step, there will be a lot of error. Your accuracy will be not up to the mark. So that's why all the portion, all the things you need to consider. Suppose load the data set, pre-process it, read the data, train a model, then evaluate the model performance. Understood? So now we are, I already discussed with you how to download and what we can do with after download. What are the options? That is the option, right? So now we are more focusing on here. This 3, 4, 3, 4, and 5. We are more focusing on here, 3, 4, and 5. My next slides, I am maximum focus on 3, 4, and 5 numbers, right? Let's discuss with you. Fine. So I think it feels boring, right? So a lot of code I have written. So I'll go through it. I will not go through line by line. I'll show you in Google Colab. Sorry, yes, Google Colab. Fine. So what I'm going to do is the heart disease data set I want to run in 2 types of machine learning algorithm. Just to understand what is my problem statement. Just to focus my sentence, what I'm telling. I download heart disease dataset from UC repository. Now, what I'm going to do is, I want to use machine learning model. Which models I have preferred? For an example, decision tree and random forest. These 2 algorithms are very, very popular in case of machine learning. One is decision tree, another is random forest. Okay, I run it. I'll show you. After that, we want to see, instead of machine learning, everyone know that deep learning is more preferable, right? Deep learning is more preferable, right? So instead of machine learning, if I going to use deep learning, whether my accuracy will improve or not. Understood? Once again, I am telling. I run 2 machine learning algorithm. One is decision tree, another is random forest. After that, I going to run deep learning model in the same data set, not different data set. Data set is same. Now you want to check if I run the particular data set. Suppose if I run decision tree and random forest. After that, if I use deep learning model, whether my accuracy will improve or not. This is my problem statement. If accuracy is improved, then what? And if accuracy is not improved, then why? Right? So this is my problem statement. After that, I will tell you. Now, suppose accuracy is improved, for an example. Now, I want to improve further, right? Because we want to close to 100%, right? 100% accuracy. Now, how to improve accuracy? Okay, what are the technology that people are using? That recently Google are using? What are the technologies that big giants, right? That Google Bard, right? That Apple, those companies, right? They are using. So these techniques we are going to discuss over here. Fine. So this is, I just forget about this. Okay. So first of all, I just close it, open my Google Colab. Because time is very short. I think last night I have designed. I think it's visible, right? Yes. Okay, so is it visible or any problem? Hmm? I think now it is okay, right? Okay. So is it visible from the last bench? Any problem? Okay, there is no problem, right? That indicates that your eyes is okay. Huh? Not visible. Okay, fine. Now, now it is visible. Yes, I think now it is visible. I don't know, right? So no need to go through line by line code. Just if you uh, some part also if you see, then also it is fine. Okay. So what I can do is I already discussed with you that I want to download heart disease dataset from where I have downloaded UC repository. After download, what I'm going to do is I just add over here. You see, what is my dataset name? Heart, HEART. I just rename it. I rename it to heart.csv for an example. Then I have used read CSV syntax for reading the file, and this is called my heart CSV. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, you can see that I have used scikit-learn. Have you seen scikit-learn? Why scikit-learn? Because this is a machine learning model that give you machine learning algorithms. All the algorithms you can get from scikit-learn. Okay, from machine learning, right? Now, scikit-learn dot model selection. Which model I want to use? Train and test, right? Now, which classifier? Okay, the classifier name is decision tree classifier. So I will not discuss about what is decision tree, what is random forest. For this separate, session is required. So right now, I feel that you know this, right? Machine learning algorithm, decision tree, and random forest. For example, you know, right? So I just directly use it up. You can see decision tree classifier, right? And I want to calculate the matrix. It is accuracy, confusion matrix, and classification report. And believe me, if you focus on that, you can easily prepare your good MTech project. Okay, because everything is depends on this, right? So you can take a screenshot or just you focus on. Okay, so if you have project, so you can ask me a lot of questions, so I will answer about it. Fine. So now next is I think now you understood. I have added decision tree classifier. What is my data set? Anyone can tell? Heart disease prediction. Heart disease prediction. Okay. So now you can see that I have used decision tree classifier over here. You see, decision tree classifier, model decision tree classifier, right? Once I use it up, I want to calculate the accuracy and everything. So accuracy and confusion matrix, everything's are there. Okay. Now I want to run it. If I want to run, going to run, you can see that. What is the result? So it is running. Give me some time. So this working with Python 3, right? The Google Colab. So you can use it up. So instead of you know uh, Jupyter notebook and this, I'm prefer Google Colab. Okay, so it's a little bit slow because I think dataset is very big. That hard dataset. Yes, already now it is connected. You see, connected. So I think now it is executing. Okay, executing, completed. Okay, already completed. Let's see. So if you see, okay, fine. There is an error, right? Load the data set. Oh, huh? I need to load it, right? So I don't know. Last night I load how it is removed. I don't know. So now you see it's processed. I load it and already it is processed. Green signal means it is processed, right? So what is my results? If you see the results over here, so I want to see the accuracy of you can see that this is the overview of data set, age, sex, then a lot of things, right? LPS, then cholesterol, a lot of coal means cholesterol, okay? A lot of things are there. Now you can see this is the accuracy. Could you please tell me what is the accuracy over here? Accuracy is 0.98. Okay. I'll share the slide so you can easily use that code. You can run it, no problem. But the main thing is that what is that moral of the story? Moral of the story, I run heart disease data set. After that, I receive 0.9854 accuracy. Now I'm going to use another machine learning model. Could you please tell me which machine learning model it is? Decision tree. Now I'm going to use another machine learning model. I need to see whether my performance is improved or not. Because there is a lot of question, right? Before you're going to start any problem, there is a question, right? Which machine learning model I'm going to use? Whether this is sufficient or not, or random forest, or logistic regression, which technique? There are bunches of techniques are there, right? In case of machine learning. So which techniques are going to prefer? A lot of questions in our mind. So that's why I want to give you another example with, same data set. You can see that this is called random forest classifier. You can see data set is same, art.csv. I have not changed anything, but my classifier is changed. What is it? Random forest classifier. So this is the beauty of scikit-learn. Just you can import it, automatically all the algorithms will be available. Okay, everything. You don't need to line one by one code for this. So now I'm going to use random forest classifier. Let's see. Let's run. Could you please tell me what is the accuracy of previous one? 9854, right? Let's see what is the accuracy of random forest model. Okay. So going to run it. Sorry. Yes, already I ran, right? You see, this already I ran it. 0 second completed. So now you see what is the accuracy. Could you please tell me what is the accuracy over here? Is there any changes? No. There is no change. Means whether you are using decision tree or random forest, accuracy is same. So could you please tell me why the accuracy is same over here? Because data set is same, right? There is nothing changes in the data set, rows and column, everything is same. Okay, and decision and random forest is based on decision tree. Okay, so that's why you see the results also almost no, exactly same, right? It is called 0.9854. Now the question is, recently there is a lot of questions in our mind, because whenever you are going to work, there is a other parameters are also there. So anyone can ask you that you are using machine learning model. Why are you not going to use deep learning model, right? Because deep learning has very fast. So now we are going to use deep learning, okay? But dataset should be same, because I want to show you the experiment. The same dataset, what is my accuracy with different machine learning and deep learning, right? So now I'm going to show you deep learning. You see. So this is, I think you know that there is another thing is that whenever I'm going to use deep learning, there is a wonderful package, library, which is called TensorFlow, right? So I will not discuss about TensorFlow because scikit-learn, the deep learning features are not available fully. So that's why you need to use TensorFlow. So using the TensorFlow, if I run it, I think I already, oh yes, I not run it, right? Yes, already, last time I ran, I think. Okay. So yes, let me run this. So now I'm going to run in deep learning algorithm with the same data set. You see it is running. This is executing. Okay. Let's see. You see, this is 9 seconds. 9 seconds. But from there, you can calculate the complexity also. How much time it will take to run deep learning algorithm? How much time it will take to run machine learning algorithm? Because complexity is very important, right? So that's why what you're going to do is, so you see the data set is same, hard data set, right? Hard data set. So could you please tell me what is the complexity? Anyone? You see, it is run different epoch, my deep learning model, and accuracy is 0.81. Previous accuracy, but it is why? Because deep learning is very fast, then also it decreases. Why? The answer is it is not the case of deep learning and machine learning. If your data is not sufficient, okay, if you are suffering underfitting, right? Suppose the data is not sufficient, then deep learning model, then your machine learning model is good enough. If your data is very, very large, then you can use deep learning technique. I think you understood. Last bench, my voice is clear? Okay, fine. Again, I will tell, if my data set is very, very large, then only I can use deep learning technique. If my data set is, suppose, small data set, always prefer machine learning technique rather than deep learning. You see, that is the result. Accuracy is very, very less respect to this. It is 93% and it is 81%. You see the deviation. But in case of healthcare, this deviation is very, very big, right? Because it is healthcare means it is emergency data. So now 10 minutes, okay, after that I going to over my presentation, give me 10 minutes only. So now what I'm going to discuss is, this is called recent trends. Every company, good company, they are running behind those trends, okay? If you are going to focus on Google Bard, if you are going to focus on ChatGPT, a lot of big giants are there, Apple, right? Microsoft, everyone focus on the particular point. This is called designing a specific LLM or chatbot. I think you know, na? Chatbot or ChatGPT, I think you know, right? Now the question is, can I improve my accuracy using LLM technique? Okay, so what is my accuracy? 93% and 81%, right? Is it possible to improve my accuracy automatically? Is it possible? So what I'm going to do is, before LLM and after LLM. So think about, till now we have not used LLM. That means it is before LLM. So what I going to use is, I just see in my deep learning how many layers I can add. Suppose 5 layers, 10 layer, hidden layer I am telling. Suppose 5 layers. And another things in my mind, I have used decision tree, random forest. Can I use logistic regression or any other algorithm? A lot of things in your mind. But think about this. Think about this. If a technique that can give you automatic suggestion, automatic handle your problem. Suppose you have your deep learning technique. After that, that will tell you, no, you can't use this. If you use this, automatically your model performance will improve. Understood? Automatically. Automatically you will get 90%, 95% or more than 93% accuracy. Is it possible? Have you think about this? Understood what I am telling? Suppose right now I am getting 20, for an example, 80% accuracy. And I want to design a model, which model can give us automatic, which model can improve accuracy automatically. Is it possible in real life? Automatically. It can give you, okay, that it can maximizes or increases your accuracy automatically. So using this LLM model, we can easily do this. So could you please tell me, whenever you open a chat GPT, what are you going to write is, suppose if I ask you one question, for an example, suppose today what is the temperature? If you write in chat GPT, whether they can answer it or not, chat GPT can answer anything, right? Think about this. If I use this chat GPT, if I integrate this chat GPT or this LLM model with my deep learning model, and if I automatically send the output and my model and the backbone of model, suppose how many layer, what is the algorithm I have used automatically, then LLM can tell that yes, he has used decision tree. Okay, so automatically which model I can use so that my accuracy will be improved. Then your ChatGPT also give you idea. Yes, you can use those techniques that will give you more accuracy, right? So that's why what we can do is, we can use advanced deep learning techniques integration with LLM model. Whenever you run your deep learning technique, automatically that LLM model will tell you, no. If accuracy is not good enough, you can use this model. That model will give you more accuracy automatically. So that's why everyone running behind your LLM model. So that's why you can see that. Just give me some minutes so that I will not discuss line by line. So just something I have prepared for this is LLM. Already I discussed why, what is LLM. Okay, so this is called transformer one. So transformer is the architecture of your, you can see that LLM era, paradigm shift in machine learning. Okay, representation and generation. You can see I have used GPT 2018 to GPT-4, right? Now we're going to use GPT-4. If you have paid version of GPT, that will give you wonderful feature, right? So like this, a representation also available. So what is generative AI? So everything artificial and models that generate content such as text, image code, even audio also automatically, right? What is generative AI? Suppose if I tell something, suppose my mind is not okay. Suppose I am very upset today. For an example, could you please give me an image based on this? They will give you image. Your mind is upset, something like this. Understood? Like that way, okay, your model is training. So that's why it is very important to extract, integrate those things to your work. Automatically, that will give you a lot of ideas. No need to do anything by you. So that's why there is one specific implementation that we are using our research that is called retrieval augmented generation, that is called RAG implementation, right? So this is my last slide. Last means last section, 2-3 slides. After that, my presentation is over. And if you focus on this RAG, I think this is really wonderful, right? That will give you really wonderful solution for you. So if I working with RAG and integrated LLM, that will give you wonderful, solution. So what is that RAG I already discussed? You can see that. For an example, you can see here I have used earning report. What is that earning report? Means I told you, Excel file. Suppose today you checked your everything, right? Your blood sugar, okay? For an example, your cholesterol, okay? Everything. Suppose you have checked full body checkup, right? After some time evening, that what is it? Lal path or any pathology, you can collect your report, right? So they will give you full report. Suppose I have collected 10 reports from here, right? 10 reports, 10 for your physiological data. Now all the reports I have given here. For an example, report 1, report 2, report 3. Understood what I am telling? Okay. Suppose report, suppose medical report I have given here. Now I have divide all the report in small chunks. Use chunk 1, chunk 2, chunk 3, chunk n, like that. After that, I have used LLM model, large language model here. LLM model means it is large language means some more information, right? What is exactly behind that will take another 1 hour, so I will not discuss. Just you focus on that. It is called LLM model we're going to use. After that, data converted into embedding. Small embedding, small from chunk, we convert into embedding, then data indexed into database. So this is the process that ChatGPT and every GPT they are following. Not exactly, but somehow they are following. Okay, the overview. Okay, so like this way, so like a lot of medical reports are there. So like this way, they can predict a new thing. Suppose today you have given report, okay, or doctor prescription. After some time, they can give you a recommendation also. Because for an example, Dr. X give you paracetamol tablet, for an example, and Dr. Y given you for an antibiotic for the particular disease. And your model can learn, yes, that particular doctor has suggested those medicine for particular report, right? After that, for new data, suppose today you upload your new data, and automatically they will give you suggestion of your medicine, right? But it is not possible in real life because it is possible, sorry, but it is not, we can say directly in real life because there are a lot of factors are involved. It is not so much easy, but it can give you some recommendation, right? So like that way, it can help medical professionals also. Think about internship. Students those who are doing MBBS internship final year, they don't have this type of tool, right? Suppose medical representative are there, they only can say, this is the medicine, this is the paracetamol, you can prescribe, but they don't have any tool. Okay, so tool means suppose today one patient came with the report, they just take a photo and upload to the device, automatically that will give you some sort of suggestion. Is this type of tools is available? No, it is not available. So like that way you can design, right? So that's why they can practice it, okay, so that they will, trained, okay, in proper way. So that's why that will be merged also in their curriculum. So like that way we are working, okay. So we have designed a product, okay, simulator based on this. And also we can design graph also, this large language model with knowledge graph. Okay, so those also we can work on. And this is already published paper. You can find it is not my paper, but one of the basic overview I have given. There is wonderful diagram that I have shown you. Fine. So last is you can see some of the work that we have working on. This is already filed a patent. We want to identify tag reaction monitoring tool. So this is the device already we have developed. You can see that that is the structure of our device, and this is already filed. Okay, in our patent. So hopefully that will be available in the market. Okay, so available in the ICU, so that that will help, right? Drug reaction tool. So what is exactly that? Suppose today I'm going to give you one medicine, right? In ICU, think about that. If I give you one medicine, and after some time we are telling, na, so suppose a patient galoga moira side effect, right? There are cases, right? A patient galoga moira side effect, doctor kita dia dilo, right? But the question is that there are a lot of side effects, right? Whenever doctors are giving medicine, right? So now, how to identify automatically whether there is a side effects are going or not internally? So if I give you a medicine of heart disease, maybe particular medicine can affect your kidney as well. So now, how to identify the particular medicine is affect kidney or not internally and in real-time manner? So this device, I think that somehow that will solve the problem if it is available in the market. So we are working on that, right? Fine. So we also use that LLM, those techniques over here, and fine. And another patent that we have filed, and that is our dream project. Actually, my father has died on 2023. I always mentioned in the last presentation also, and he admitted for pneumonia disease, and he died for kidney disease. Okay, so there is a very big tragedy in our entire family. He admitted ILS for pneumonia disease and died for kidney disease. After that, we have started a research. So how to solve the problem so that maybe today and tomorrow, okay, anyone can face the same kind of problem. So how to solve this so that automatically we can solve the problem of particular patients. So if device will be available in ICU, so that problem will not solve. Maybe solve. Sorry. That means if you enter into pneumonia disease, okay, and if you died in a kidney disease, so I can tell you that between there is a lot of side effects. Maybe medicine side effects. Maybe the way of treatment is not good, or maybe a lot of things. I don't know. Maybe a lot of things. So you have to identify what is the exact problem. What are the side effects? So that's why there is another patent we have filed. It is called Metacast version 1. I think hopefully this is also available, and we also work with different features. You can see that a lot of data sets are involved. Okay, so we have used the graph knowledge. You can see this that RAG and drug protein interaction LLM. Those things we have used. Okay, so hopefully this device also available. Okay, thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you so much. So now you can ask me if you have any questions.
Hello, sir. My name is Imad Fazal, and I am the student of MCA first year. In your entire speech, you mentioned a word algorithm, and you named two algorithms, that is random forest and dysentery. And I want to mention one more name, that is gradient boosting. So I want to know that how can we able to understand that kind of complex algorithm, because algorithm played very important role. It is not work like that, just typing something on Google, just copying, and then that's it. So my question is that how can we able to understand that kind of complex algorithm? Because I am the student of my MCA, I investing my time more just coding things, designing algorithm like that. I want to share a very personal experience of me when I was in my BCA first year. One of my teacher come to the class and tell me, stand up in math. I said, what, sir? He draws something on board like that. He said to me, what is that?
I replied him, sir, it is an array. He said, yes. He said to me, can you sort that array on linear timing? Can you able to do that? So on that time, I was not able to do that because I was lack of knowledge because first year of BCA, most of the students not serious about the studies. So that's simple. So I want to ask, how can we able to understand any kind of complex algorithm? Thank you. So he has asked a wonderful question that how to understand the complex algorithm, because you can see that the LLM model, that RAG implementation is so little bit difficult, right, to identify the internal logic. It is not so much easy, and I escape a lot of few things because it is not possible to mention all the things. So the main answer is you need to start from very basic, from the scratch, right? You need to start from scratch, right from first machine learning algorithm, like you can start from regression technique, then linear regression, then multiple regression. So small data set, maybe a simple data set you can download from anyone. Maybe it is 20 number of rows or 100 number, whatever it is. After that, you can run it. Suppose logistic regression. And in machine learning, backbone is mathematics. So you need to identify, understand the logic, internal logic using mathematics. So what you can do is exactly what you can do with your code. Same thing you can do mathematically. First of all, suppose some rows you can prepare in your notebook. After that, use linear regression mathematically, just by hand, written hand. You can solve it, and you can check what is the accuracy. Like that way, 4 or 5 algorithms if you learn. I'm not using that code. Code is different. Just mathematically writing you in your own hand. Okay, that will give you wonderful knowledge and idea. After that, you can calculate the complexity. You can calculate the accuracy, everything mathematically. The tabular, that calculation and everything. Then you can learn. I think that will give you wonderful knowledge then.
Sir, can you demonstrate some part, please?
Yes, actually, the time is very short, but I can show you. Yes, very good question. What you can do is, yes, if it is a dedicated machine learning, then definitely in future, if it is there, then I will definitely tell you how to do this. But for an example, I'll tell you linear regression, because it is the first model, right? Just you can see this. Okay, fine. I just open this one. So suppose I have one data set and I'm going to use linear regression model, right? So what you can do is, first of all, you see, okay. First of all, you can see that find the linear regression equation for the given data. You see, very simple. Okay. So this is not a data set, just simple rows and columns. Okay. So now I have X and Y, some values are there, 3, 8, 9, 6, like this way. After that, they have used UC. So now, before that, you need to identify the formula. Which formula can solve your problem? So what is the linear regression formula? Then use the formula is already available. I think it is very small, but formula it is there. Very simple formula. Very simple formula. Now you want to calculate this by your own instead of writing a code. Understood? By your own. Suppose from xy, how to calculate x square, then how to calculate x and y, then summation. Okay? And you can sum of it, sum of all the values. After that, you can go through it. You can, the value is a is like this. So after that, you can get a lot of knowledge from this mathematically. And data set should be not data set, very simple rows and column you define like this way. Okay, after that, you can prefer some machine learning books. They have given a lot of problem statement. You can solve it by your own. Then your logic mind will be developed. After that, you can jump to code and you can easily solve. Because the scikit-learn, TensorFlow, these all are ready-made. Okay, if you start from scratch, that will give you a lot of ideas, right? Scratch means you need to define x, you need to define y, then x square, then sum of it, okay? Then x, y, everything. then calculate the mathematical part, then this is called scratch, right? Then if you directly use that scikit-learn, maybe you are in advanced step, then only it is possible, right? So you can start from scratch. I think now you understood. So is there any other question? Pardon? Oh, okay, okay, online question. Okay. I thought that my mobile is connected and message is displayed over here. Fine. Sir, you mentioned that if you have a small data set, we should use ML model. For large data set, we should use deep learning model. Could you please clarify the data set size range for this classification? Actually, I have 2 GB Excel file as my data set. Based on its size, which approach would you more appropriate? Okay, actually, Saurabh, this is also a wonderful question, like the specific size. But the main thing is that, first of all, which platform you're going to run it? That is also very important. Suppose I going to, because sometimes your machine performance should be good, right? Suppose your RAM size, okay, your CPU, which processor you are working on. So those things are very important. Also, if you are working GPU instead of CPU, then also it is wonderful. So there is no specific limit, like up to 3 GB or 4 GB, you can use it of deep learning model. There is no such specific limit. But obviously, the 2 GB data set, what you can do is, obviously, the 2 GB, that means it is a very big data. So over here, you can use deep learning model. But sometimes you can use it of machine learning and you can compare the accuracy. If it is a fine, then fine. Otherwise, you can use it of machine learning model. So there is no specific limit, right? So this limit you can use machine learning and deep learning. It depends on case to case. Okay, it depends on your problem statement and also your coding environment. Okay, fine. I think there is any other question. Sir, in your presentation, you implied the use of ML and DL algorithm healthcare sector. Can you enlighten me further on the use of this model, environment monitoring research, environment monitoring? Yes, already I have discussed. You see, there is a question from, I have given an example for healthcare related, right? So this is one example. So in ML and DL, any environment you can use it, right? You use it of like environment monitoring. Okay, so suppose weather prediction, those are also very important because right now, suppose today there is a nice, fine, weather is very, very fine. After some time, maybe there is rain. So how to predict? Okay, so like this way you can use it up. There is no issue. But obviously there is a separate data set. So how to install those data set in government web pages also? There are few data sets are available. If it is not there, then Google, they are providing some free of cost API. Okay, up to some time it is free of cost available. Those API you can use it off. Otherwise, if I want to do original research, genuine research, what I can do is I can use some sensor-based model, right? Test bed, right? I can put some sensor, okay, a particular area, and I can collect the data, okay, and I can prepare a data set. After that, I can use ML and DL algorithm. So that is also a wonderful solution, right there. So for this Arduino and Raspberry Pi, those IoT concepts are there. So like this way, we can integrate it. But obviously, if you want to work with ready-made data set, it is pay per use. Obviously, up to some range, it is free of cost available. Google is providing you a lot of weather-related API, right? So that we can use it. Okay. So is there any other question? Yes. You see, it is comes under your LLM model. So LLM means you have, sometimes it is called, I told you that RAG implementation, that is comes under generative AI, right? So there are a lot of internal concepts are involving. So I have not shown you the algorithms of LLM model. There are so many algorithms are there. So it is not like specific deep learning. They are using advanced deep learning like reinforcement learning also they are using. But sometimes they are using that machine learning models as well. It is based on case to case. What type of LLM I want to design, right? Because everything is API based. Right now, I think I have not shown you that Google Colab. I have prepared for you some LLM model. You can see that. This is one LLM model, the transformer input GPT to M head model. That is also, you can see that. So, and another OpenAI also you can use it off. Okay. So like this way, some model I have given. Okay, here you can see. Like this way, yes. Just a second, could you please give me so I will just show you. So there is an API platform also. So so you see that everything is there. Okay, if you want to use LLM model, right? So pip install OpenAI. Okay, everything is available. After that, you are going to use. So now your question is which model they are using, right? So what you can do is you just go through this OpenAI implementation. Okay, so then you can get all the ideas. Everything is available here. You can see this site that OpenAI implementation. You can get all the idea over here. Everything is available. You see the real-time implementation, client server, everything is there. What you can do is we can just that use their API directly in our model. Okay, so you can see that API keys. Yes, that is the option. You see, this is my API. So what I can do is, if I create new secret key, for an example, I have given, and I just create a secret key over here. You can see there is a key, API key. Understood? So now I just Control C and paste it over my Google Colab. I don't know that whether I have used these things here or not. Give me a second. I will show you how to do this. I think here I have included that OpenAI API key. So same API you can copy from here and paste it over there. Okay. But which technique they are using, that is very difficult to tell, right? Because these things are very, very internal kind of thing. Okay. But some architecture you can go through. No issue. So this is called, I think, OpenAI PY. I don't think it will run because the last time I get a lot of error from this. So you can see that this is OpenAI. Okay. So this here we can use the API key. So I have directly used GPT-2. That's why not given API. But somewhere OpenAI key is available. Okay. I have not used over here. Fine. So like this way, we can directly use it out. Okay, I think it is very nice. So and everywhere that not only for OpenAI, there are a lot of other things like Google's T5 PY. Okay, this is also available, and that Cohere example. There is also another LLM. You see, here I have used it. I have used my key. You see, this is the API key. Have you seen this? Once you use API key, you don't need to design by your own. You can extract all the features just to use their API. But if you want to design your LLM model, okay, everything is secret. Technique you're going to use, that is very, very secret. But obviously, you can use advanced deep learning algorithm, graph neural network. A lot of things are over there. And RAG also I already discussed. Okay. Any questions? I think, is there any question? Okay, fine. So thank you once again. Thank you so much. Okay, for your questions. Okay. Thank you.
So, listener, thank you for listening this session.
So thank you, Dr. Joylal. So it was a nice session, I guess. Sir is not from any other state. Sir is working here only. If you have any work which you want to collaborate with Sir, you can, those who are working with under different supervisors can ask their supervisors to say, with the permission of their supervisors, can collaborate with Sir. Sir is in ICFAI only. So you can, for research, those who are doing for MCA, MTech students, if you can talk to your supervisor, Sir is very helpful. So Sir can help you out also, and Sir is available here. So you can mail him or physically take permission and meet him in the office also. He's from ICFAI. So Thank you, sir, for being here.
So our lunch is ready. Please be seated. So we can distribute here only. Okay. I need one more volunteer with him. Sir. Next session will be at 2.